Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So today I'm going to use two different similar tarot decks. They are different because they were put out on different times. The similarities are that they are both kind of faded colors. This one is older. It's called the Universal WAITE Tarot deck, and this is more vibrant than the other deck that I'm going to use. And the topic of today's reading is something that I have been pondering about with one of my subscribers who emailed me, and we had a discussion about that. And we were thinking about the fact that apparently, probably the royal family knows a lot about Meghan Markle, and despite the fact that she said that she was never going to be protected, she was very much protected. And after watching today's video by the Royal Grift and thinking about it, the bully report, the fact that they did not put it out in the public domain, it seemed Meghan seemed to be upset about that, but it seems to be like the royal family is really protecting Meghan, and it seems like those bullied aides that were bullied by Meghan are afraid to talk, and not because they are afraid of Meghan, but because they know that they signed an NDA with the royal family, and the royal family might come after them. So the royal family is the one who is still protecting Meghan. So that subscriber asked me, do you think that King Charles actually knows everything about Meghan? For example, whether or not there was a surrogacy, whether does he know about her yachting days, whether or not there was something fishy about something that she has done in the past. Do I think that King Charles knows about that, and he is protecting Meghan by withholding the truth from the public, and whether or not he will disclose that. Now, I know that it was said, and I just heard an interview by a writer that wrote a book about Queen Elizabeth, that at first she really liked Meghan. Now, I'm sure that MI6 or MI5 did a very thorough back check about Meghan before Harry was allowed to marry her. And if the Queen at first really liked Meghan, maybe she did not know those things that we know today, but maybe she did know, and maybe she faked it. We don't know, because many times, as that writer himself said, he sat with the Queen at the Royal Variety Show, and the Queen was clapping at every performance, and he asked her if she enjoyed that performance, and she said yes, very much. And then he said, it looked like you enjoyed all the performances equally. And she said, well, not equally. And he told her, but you clapped your hands so vibrantly. And she said, yeah, because people, there's cameras here, and they might be photographing me, and those performers' families might be watching. I don't want them to think that I'm not enjoying the performance. So the Queen was always thinking about, what other people would think about the way that she acts. So she might have acted as if she likes Meghan because she wanted Harry to feel happy, because she loved Harry, because she wanted the world to feel that she's accepting Meghan. So I decided to use the same revelation spread that I used yesterday, and to look into Meghan's secrets and whether or not King Charles knows about them. So let's see what can we find out. First of all, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. You can find them there. Also my disclaimer and my email address and other things also. So this is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. In the description box, I also put the names of the decks that I'm using. I also put links to videos that or articles that I find interesting or connected to the issues, or interesting YouTube channels like the one that I talked about yesterday, the Fraud and Corruptions UK. So go look at the description box. Now, one of the one of the winners in the tarot's giveaway did connected through the comments, but still didn't send me an email. So I am telling you the email just in case. It is DEWTAROT, DEWTAROT, at gmail.com. It is also always written in my description box. Okay, so let's start by asking the question. So Meghan Markle and her secrets. What can we find about her secrets? What are the things that she is not telling anyone? What are the revelations that we can find? What are the unseen forces? When is she self-sabotaging herself? Does King Charles know about things that she is keeping secrets? And who does she trust with her secrets? Well, Meghan Markle and her secrets. What are Meghan Markle's dirty little secrets? Who does she trust her secrets to? What are the unseen forces that what is the situation around those secrets? Does King Charles know about those secrets? How is she self-sabotaging herself? And what kind of revelations can we find about her secrets? Okay, so I'm just going to use one of the positions in this spread to ask whether or not King Charles knows about the secrets. But the first card is Meghan Markle herself, and the card that represents her and her secrets. And what I'm getting here is the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot card is a card that speaks about chasing after the dream, not giving up on the dream no matter what. And this is something that describes Meghan very well. Someone who will chase after her dreams, and no matter what or who she needs to trample upon in her way, no matter what kind of fights and what kind of wars she needs to do in the way um, in order to get her dreams realized. And this is exactly what she did up until now. And this is a card that speaks about not giving up at any price. This is about acting decisively. This is what she has done all the time, being very direct. And she created quarrels, she created difficulties, she got out to war in order to get what she wanted to get her dreams realized. So this card has high affinity to war and to quarrels, and this is even a card of female animosity. So we can see the female animosity. We can see that although she's trying to speak about women's power, she's not actually doing anything for women's empowerment. And the one who does things for the women empowerment and was decorated for that is Sophie, Countess of Wessex, that received an award for that from Hillary Clinton yesterday in Washington. So this is a card that describes describes what her means, what her goals are, and her secrets are connected to the ways or the things that she was willing to do in order to achieve her dreams. Okay, so the next card is the situation, and I'm going to use it to ask if King Charles knows about all of her secrets. And the answer is that he does not know all of the secrets, but he is trying to find out. The Hermit card is a card of someone who is searching for the truth, someone who will do whatever he needs to find the truth, even if it means going to be alone. But this is someone who is going all the way to find the truth. And I can see here King Charles going all the way to MI5 and MI6 and telling them, I want you to find it all. Now, just see that if you're looking at the way the cards are situated, the Hermit is going away from the Chariot. So he is going away from Meghan. So it looks like he's not going to protect her anymore. So even if he was protecting her up until now, he is not going to protect her anymore. But he means to find out the truth, even if he didn't know all of it up until now. And it looks like he did not know all of it up until now. So what are the unseen forces? And what I'm getting here is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, as I told you, is a knight that is usually the spoiled kid. Now, because it is about the unseen forces, we are looking at negative aspects of this card. And because it goes right with the Chariot, we need to look at the fight and the war affinity of this card. Although this card is about a person that doesn't want to do the work by himself, which is something that we know about Meghan. She wants others to do the work for her, and she expects others to do the work for her, but she's always also willing to go out to war. So these two cards are going on together. And so we are looking at this card's both difficult parts, which are expecting others to do the work for you, not not being very spoiled, being very someone who doesn't want to do things by herself, and on the other hand, willing to go into war, no matter who she tramples upon, no matter who falls down in her way, in order to get what she wants, in order to fulfill her dream. So both of these cards are going on together. Okay, so who does Meghan trust? And the card that I'm getting is the Empress. So, as we can see right now, the only person that she trusts now is her mother. The Empress is the mother card, and we can see that right now the only person from the family or from her family that she still has any connection with is her mother. And despite the fact that they have a lot of problems, she still trusts that her mother will not betray her. She knows that her mother knows that the stakes, if we're talking about stakes too high, Doria knows that the stakes are too high and she cannot reveal Meghan's secrets. So Doria will never talk about Meghan's secrets. Doria will never reveal them. So Thomas Markle is beyond that. Although in the beginning he was keeping a lot of secrets and was not willing to share, he's beyond that. And as Samantha Markle tweeted this morning, I think, or yesterday, her father shared that 9 months before Archie was born, Meghan took frozen eggs from LA. So probably for an IVF, whether it is for her or for a surrogate, you don't know. But these procedures, and I'm talking as a survivor of IVF, don't always succeed, and especially not with frozen eggs. I mean, it's with fresh eggs. Just for my third child, for my daughter, I had to go through 7 procedures. It was very difficult. It took me 2 years. So just 9 months, it's not very easy, especially when you are getting older. So I don't know, but but she knows that Doria will not betray her, because Doria owes her quite a lot. Doria got quite a lot of money probably from her, and Doria is in the public eye because of her. So she knows that Doria cannot she cannot betray her. She cannot reveal her secrets, and Doria also knows that probably Doria has her own secrets that she doesn't want revealed, and she knows that if she betrays Meghan, then those secrets might be revealed, because Meghan has no problem in betraying her own family. So this is the person that she trusts. So how does Meghan self-sabotages herself? And the card that I'm getting here is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is a card of a beginning of a road. This is a beginning of a road of realizing your potential. And this is really starting a way. Now, because we're talking about self-sabotage, we're looking at the negative aspects of this card. And this shows us impatience. It shows us a person that, as we saw, runs forward, expects things to happen just like that. Tendency to leave loose ends or to perform partial jobs, runs away from dealing with things. This is exactly Meghan. She cannot handle things when they are not going her way. She expected something else from the royal life. She expected things to be different. She wanted to run forward. She wanted to be more important. When she realized that she's not being she will never be queen, that she is being more she's not she will never be important as Queen Camilla or as Princess Catherine. She ran away, and this is her biggest mistake. This is the biggest self-sabotage, because I don't know and I don't see where do they go from here. I mean, how many times can they retell their stories? How much can you reuse the same stories, the same old whinings and crying? I mean, they ran out of subjects, and I just thought about it this morning. What happened to Heart of Invictus? What happened to that? Oh, nobody's talking about it. I mean, Netflix has become only Harry and Meghan. Nothing is going on with Invictus Games. So what happened about that? So did it merge with Harry and Meghan, and that's it? There is nothing regarding Invictus. So there is nothing really that is going to sustain them in the future. And this is exactly what is going to happen. They are going to go back to square one, to the beginning of their road, but they are going to be a lot with a lot less money and older and not very much wiser. Okay, so what are we are maybe able to reveal about her? And we are getting the Eight of Swords. Okay, so the Eight of Swords, and since we're talking about revelations and we're talking about secrets and things that are from the beginning are bad, we need to look at the negative aspects of this card. But this is a negative card to start with. So this is a card of blockages and shackles. And this is a card of an emotional blockage. This is a card of a person that is sometimes acting out of cold consideration, a person that is not showing an emotion because doesn't have an emotion, someone who is very much thrown to betrayal, secrets, inability to act, inability to deal with reality because his inability to see reality, a person that is depressed, a person that is desperate, a person that is not seeing reality as it is, a person that lies, a person that betrays, a person that conceals the truth, a person that is actually helpless and feels trapped and unable to act. So these are the things that we are going to find out about her, which are all things that we already, I think we know, but maybe we will find more evidence to those things, and maybe we will find things that will give us more information about her mental disease and about her being mentally ill. maybe we will find more about her concealments, about her lies, about her betrayals. Maybe friends will start talking about how she betrayed them. Maybe workers from Archwell or from other places will start talking. Maybe the royal aides will start talking about the way that she treated them. So these are the things that I think that might help reveal things if about the way that she acted, because what we know is that she is concealing is the fact that she has no emotions, she cannot deal with reality, and she is acting with coldness and without emotion. So this is the tarot. Now the oracle deck is the quantum of the oracle, and this is advice for King Charles. What to do in order to unmask Meghan Markle. Now, if you ask me, I think that King Charles needs to tell the royal aides that worked for Meghan Markle to tell them their stories and to give them a green light to do that. And if he does find out, or what he does find out, to make it public, and of course strip the titles. But let's see what the oracle does say. So I usually like this oracle deck because it does give us quite a lot of information with cycle of lives, and I usually take more than one card. So let's see what this oracle deck says. Okay, advice for King Charles for unmasking Meghan Markle. Advice for King Charles for unmasking Meghan Markle. So the first card is the loving man for the people cycle. The second card is conflict. And the third card, that's from events. And the third card is professional assistance. Well, I can tell you the story from the beginning till end. King Charles wants to be seen as the loving man, okay? Now he is facing a conflict because he doesn't know how to deal with this attack on the royal family, with this person that is toxic, and he needs professional assistance. Then he goes to the people that can assist him, which are the professional people that are working in the palace, professionals in MI5, MI6, but this is the story of the events. And this could be also the people of the parliament that are going to pass the law that will help him to take out the titles. But this is the story, because he started with good intentions. When he became king, at the day after, or the day of the queen's death, he sent his love to Harry and Meghan. He really wanted to be seen as a loving father. He started with good terms. Then the conflict comes because Harry and Meghan just upped the stakes. And then he needs the professional assistance in order to help him to solve that problem. So this is it, and I hope you liked it, and I hope it helps that question of that subscriber, and her second question I will deal with in another time. And I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.